If you're very observant, right, you notice that whenever a rocket is being launched into space, the farther it goes, it begins to detach itself. The fuselage begins to detach itself as it's breaking into the stratosphere, just advancing in cadence until it gets off the grip of the Earth's gravity. The fuselages they detach themselves, and the lighter it is, the higher it can go. Now, this is what I want us to understand: relationships. The truth is, when it comes to relationships, there are, I would say, two schools of thought, right? So we have the pessimists, those people who believe that, they erroneously believe that individualism should be a movement. They beguile themselves into believing that they are self-sufficient in themselves. Now, this I have pointed out is erroneous. You cannot be self-sufficient. So they beguile themselves nihilistically, and they have that mentality of utilitarianism, and they believe that every relationship tends to end up wrongly. Now, this is wrong. And then in the other side of the pendulum, where the imbalance is the optimist. Now, these are people who tend to allow themselves get exploited by relationships. They allow themselves to bring in individuals into their lives, people who literally don't contribute anything to their life, and are coming into their life to sap them of the resources they have, and they sap them also of the most precious time every living thing has, including humans. The most precious thing that we possess as humans, and the most precious thing that every living thing possesses, which is our time. They allow people to come into their lives to sap them of all this. Now, this is wrong. You shouldn't be such an optimist to the extent that you allow people who aren't necessarily contributing anything positive to your life to sap you of your precious time and resources. This is wrong. Now, when it comes to relationships holistically, I'm talking of in generic terms, generically, there are two basic types of relationships. So we have the nourishing relationships and the toxic relationships. Nourishing relationships. Now, these are relationships that add to you, they advance you, they accentuate you, they build you up, they motivate you, they inspire you, they hold you and buttress you, whatever you want to do. There are some people that you might have in your life that are holding up to the requirements for your destiny. They help you, they push you, they lift you, they jolt you, they trust you towards success. Now, those are nourishing relationships, and my kind advice is those are the kind of relationships that we need in our lives. Now, on the other side, we have the toxic relationships. These are people that, yeah, you said it right, the pessimists. They come to you, all they do is waste your time. They have nothing to contribute to you. They have no singular, no oins, nothing. Apparently, what they are parasitic in a sense, because when they come to you, what they're looking for is how to get from you, how to suck from you, how to take from you. They are the takers, they are the drainers, they are the sappers. And then in that same category of toxic relationships, now this is more obscure, this is more indistinct, and this is more inconspicuous in a sense. There are those who stay in your life and they're really not doing anything. They don't do any contributing to your destiny. They are not taking from your destiny. They are just there. These people shouldn't be accommodated. Even if you shouldn't, I would advise you don't make it intentional or advertent in a sense to expect deliberate contribution from people, because if you are too expectant, you'll be disappointed. So it is necessary that even if you make up your mind to be the contributor in a relationship, it is necessary that you raise up your awareness to figure out, to see what kind of a person am I becoming because of these people in your life. First of all, you have the people that love you for you. These are the people, individuals that they love you for you. They don't love you because of any material thing. They love you for you. Now, these people are rare. The second class of people you have in your life are people who love you for who you are, what you have, or what you do. They are those kind of people that give you those snide remarks, those kind of people who they are not necessarily haters, but then they act as if they are haters. Even them themselves, they don't even know if they are haters, and even you don't even know if they are haters. These people are not to be equated or given the same level of attention with the people who love you for you. They love you for you. When I say who you are in the second category, it might be your title, it might be your name, it might be your family name, anything. They love you because of something. All right? Now, the third type of people you have in your life right now, type of people in your relationships that you might be associating with yourself to, or that might be associating themselves to you, are with you because of a bigger threat. It's not necessarily wrong in a sense. It is life. It is human nature. It is not necessarily erroneous, but then you should know where to place your priority when it comes to your affection and your time. Many people presumptuously and erroneously put and invest their time in relationships that do not find them, that do not make them who they are. Relationships that are taken from them. Relationships that are not adding or contributing to their emotional well-being, to their psychological well-being, to their physical, social well-being. They contribute their time to only relationships that seemingly, comparatively makes them successful. So what you should understand is that in life, make sure your time is duly defined. Now, what have we said today so far? Just so we can bring a recap to what we've said so far. In life, the higher you go, there are people you need to detach yourself from. Just as a similitude, it's typified to a rocket being launched into space. It launched, for it to escape the grip of the Earth's gravity, it needs to shed off and detach from fuselages. That's first thing we talked about. And secondly, we also made mention that you have pessimists and optimists in the idea of relationships generally. So there are those who take the view that they don't need anybody, and then there are those who take the view that everybody who comes around them is welcome. Erroneous. There needs to be a healthy balance of you defining who you need, who you want, and who envisions your progress, who envisions your success. You need to define and put a healthy balance with that. Thirdly, we talked about the fact that every relationship falls into either of two categories. We have toxic, we have nourishing. Toxic relationships that are ultimately going to render you to nothingness. These are relationships that bring you for nothing. They either deplete you. There are three types of people in our lives. So we have those people who love us, those people who love us for just who we are, and that is very rare. Believe me, when you find people who love you for you, swallow your pride and keep them. Swallow your pride and... Now, just imagine, let me give us an analogy. If you watch an F1 motor car, when it's moving, it's very low, close to the ground. It's not high. Those cars are never high. They make them very low to the ground level. Now, this is because it takes leverage of the gravitative force of the earth to enhance its speed. The mere reason that it's low to the gravity of the earth is the reason for which it can be that fast. Now, you need to humble yourself to build relationships that will make sure that your speed and your progress in life is ensured. Your speed and your progress in life is ensured. So humble yourself, sacrifice for some relationships, sacrifice for some people, sacrifice for people that you see their genuinity for your progress and your success. Now, we also made mention of the fact that there are the second category of people you can see in your life are those people who come to you because of who you are, what you have, or what you can do. Who you are, what you have, what you can do. Just playing their part. And the truth is, you can mutually benefit. All right? So in a sense, you can mutually benefit in those relationships, but don't make it a point of call to advertently and intentionally make sure that you do not misplace your priorities between the first category of relationships and the second category. The third category of people you find in your life are those people who, when they come to you, their main point of call, their main focus is because they want to use you. They want to use your position. They want to use your abilities, your potentials, your influence to accentuate themselves. Now, this is not erroneous, but the pivot point of our discourse is for you to make sure that your priorities are not misplaced, all right? Make sure that they are not misplaced. Know who to keep in your life. Know who is worth your time. You don't need everybody, and you cannot do without everybody. Now, I'm going to leave us with this quote from Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill says this. He said, your success in life is going to be in direct proportion to the degree to which you can serve others. So the degree to which you are successful is the degree to which you render useful and needed service to others, and that will culminate your success. We'd like to thank you especially for joining us on today's pathfinding session, and we hope to see you on the next session, because we promise it's going to be illuminating, life-changing, life-impacting, life-transforming. And I'd like you to like, subscribe, share on this. If you have something resonating in your mind, you can comment below so others can partake from your experience. Now, you like it because YouTube works in such a way that the more like, subscription, the more sharing, it goes viral. And all we're doing is trying to spread the word. So you play your part.